Welcome to another episode of Dirty D Gaming. We have some excellent news today. On the official Discord, Pax Day has released their 1.0 release date. And we're looking at it right now, so it's pretty much saying that October 16th will be official launch day for all non-founders. And that they have a timeline set up before that to explain what exactly is going to happen. So, on September 29th to the 14th, there'll be a community celebration on Discord, social channels to celebrate the end of early access. October 6th to 14th, all servers will be offline for final preparations. Makes sense, they gotta get the servers ready. October 14th, which is the good news for us if you're a founder, early access starts, a head start for us. We get a 2-day head start, which is excellent. I don't know about you, but I am definitely taking off those 2 days at least. Then October 16th will be the official launch day. So they also talk about that they explain where you can get Pax Day, so you can get it from like Steam and the Epic Store. Saying that they're gonna wipe the servers, refresh them. Everyone will start on a new shard. If you scroll down here, they explain what they're going to get as a new player. You'll be purchased. You get 2 character slots, a month free, premium, 1 plot token, which is not bad. So this is the important part for all you early access players, what it says right here. What will happen to early access players, depending on, what you bought package-wise, you'll be granted 1, 2, 4 plot tokens and premium status on their founder pack. The only issue I have with this is on Steam, they did not. You know how there's 3 levels? You have the basic, the medium, and the premium founder package. There was no restriction, as in nothing in So there's 1, 2, 3. There was a restriction stopping you from going, say, 1, 3. So what they should have done, which they didn't do, is made it so you had to buy 1, 2, and then 3. But they didn't. So what that means is I have friends that have 3 plots. So what is going to happen to them? Are they going to get 1 plot token, or are they going to get 2 plot tokens? I mean, they should get 3, but by this definition, what they said right here, that you will be granted either 1, 2, or 4. Not realizing that some people have, 3 plots. So hopefully they'll fix that. So there's not an issue. I don't even know if they even know that is an issue. I would think by now someone would have said something, but we'll find out. Hopefully someone will bring it to their concern before early access release. So there's going to be community celebrations. They're going to have, celebrating activities. They're going to have activities in channels and discords, which sounds interesting. And they're also talking about that the development will continue. They're already working on the next verse. And, now that we've launched, doesn't mean the development's going to stop. They're going to keep pushing content out, which is good. So now you scroll down a little bit more. They talk about the 0.10 for founders. So this is the part where they talk directly to the founders. They're talking about, they couldn't have done the game without us. They made a little video. You can watch that later. And then they're going to talk about the benefits. So the benefits, first off, early access players or founders, you do not need to purchase this game, obviously. Based on the founder package you purchase, you either get 1 to 4 plot tokens and 1 to 4 months of premium status, which is good because this kind of fixes the contradiction before, whereas 1, 2, or 4. So it says 1, 2, 4. So that possibly means you might just get 3, like you're supposed to if you bought the beginning and end. They also decided to give us 2 to 800 points of grace. Nice. Free grace is always good. And then they have a surprise for us. Awesome. So what's the surprise? So the surprise is that they're going to have 3 exclusive recipes. Excellent, excellent. for founders and only founders. Excellent. So that Griffin Windvane, that notorious thing that came out, I think verse two it came out, and they took it away from us. We're getting that back. A Griffin chest, haven't seen that yet, and a Griffin relief panel. Hmm, nice. And then talking about that, they're also going to give us a head start. October 14th will be the official release at 6 a.m. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be up all night waiting for this. And next thing, I know a lot of people complain, oh, I spent $100 on a game, 4 plot tokens, the base game, totally not worth the value, right? Well, they upped their ante, and they're saying that whoever was got a founder pack, no matter what version you got, will get an extra copy of the game to give to someone, which is what I think it's going to be like a $40 value, which is excellent. I mean, you're not getting all your money back, but let's be realistic for a second. The game stays worth 40. You have a free month of subscription, plot tokens. That's probably another what $30, and then they give you another free copy of the game. So it pretty much balances out, the money you invested. And plus, while you're in early access, you got to test everything out, not have to pay for upkeep. So with this extra bonus of giving an extra copy, it was well worth the $100. Or some people didn't even spend $100. Some people only spent the base, so it's well worth the money that they gave. You're either recouping your money or you get extra depending on what you bought. So then they have additional information that on wipe, new shards, all characters and inventory skills, etc. from our classes will be deleted. Makes sense. We can't keep it. I mean, it would be nice, but that wouldn't be fair, especially in the basis of how they designed this game. If everyone had their skills still, even if it was just combat skills, it would still be a huge, advantage. And they talk about on Wednesday, October 1st, the launcher will be deactivated. Sad news, we won't be able to play. So I'll maybe jonesing from the 1st to the 14th. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I guess I'll play some Dune until it bugs out. Um, and it's telling you also, you still can buy founder packs until October 6th. So if you only have one, you want to get the rest, or you have 1 in 3 and you want to get the second one, you still have a chance until October 6th to purchase those, which is, in fact, that's great news. They also say that they want to thank us for our continuing support during these early access, that without us, this game would have taken longer to release, and they encourage all the feedback was given. So now I know a lot of you are saying, hey, the game is coming out early, way too early for release, there's not enough stuff. But let's be realistic for a second. Like, to get back to where you're at now, unless you're like a no-lifer and like play 24 hours straight, it's going to take you 2 to 3 months, right? And then like to get everything rebuilt, to get your skills up, to get the gear. So like by then, in theory, hopefully they'll have 2 or 3, well, I wouldn't say 3, but 2 more content updates by then. So you're just, think about it, you're just getting your shit, you're getting all your stuff in a row, all lining everything up, so when they have all that other content that's missing ready to go, it's boom, you're ready to get into it. Boom, you're ready to do the PvP alliance. Boom, you're ready to do the capturing land, getting the town posts, trade posts. So yeah, it's a little early. I think they could have had a few more things, but they need to make money too. Nothing's free, and it's probably they're not pushing it. It's probably their investors saying, "Hey, you need to get this game out. We need to see some money being recouped." But still, even in the state that the game is now, it's still an excellent game to fun. Have fun with your friends, go out and kill stuff. I mean, let's be honest too. A lot of us haven't really skilled up our skills, like crafting skills in a long time. From what I've been told, it's a lot harder now. It takes a little bit more time. So with this, change, you know, they're actually giving us a little advantage. So like, yeah, there's not a lot to do per se, but there is, because you have to get everything back up again. You have to get all your skills back up. You have to get everything organized. You have to get your clan together. You got to pick your area. So I look at it as kind of like a little blessing, so we can get back to where we were, and then once all the other juicy content comes out, boom, we're ready to rock and roll. We're hitting the ground, feet, running. So that's pretty much it for this little update. This is a little quick one. I was, running out of time because my schedule, but it's looking pretty good. And they're going over all the stuff here. You can look at it. So the game access showing you everything you'll get. So like they really, it's interesting because if you got the master and you don't have the artisan, you're gonna get 4 months. Like they didn't think this one through. So hopefully somebody will bring it up because they talked about it. It's a little confusing still when we look at this chart. Maybe someone will pop a question. If someone does bring it up in Discord, I will do a follow-up video seeing what they say about that. But overall, man, what you gonna do now? Like everyone's like, oh, there's nothing to do. Now you have to plan, scout out a location if you haven't had one already. Plan for a backup location just in case someone snags. Because let's be realistic. Verse 3, not a lot of people came back, so there wasn't as much competition. I remember verse 1 when it first came out, like when early access launched, there was people everywhere. We had to build, Knights of Valor had to build way up in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it turned out good because by the time more and more people came into the game, we were not surrounded, but we had neighbors, but nothing really close because no one wanted to go so far north. But we had a beautiful open field, plenty of room to build on. We had a nice little village going. Even verse 2, like we picked this random spot in the middle of nowhere, had a nice field, had a patron right next to it, so if you die, you can spawn right there. So, but what I would like to see is hopefully there won't be too much backstabbing at launch. Save that for the PvP part. Everyone gets what they need to get. No one steals anyone's names or get clans. That's like the biggest worry. Is like I know a lot of bigger clans are not saying where they're going yet. I mean, and I get that because you don't want someone going like as vindictive against you guys and like stealing your plot. But overall, I think good news. I don't know about you, but I've been kind of waiting for this. I'd rather have it out now because don't get me wrong, I love the game, but I'm at the point of like, well, I don't want to like grind. Like I'm grinding up my armor for heavy armor skill. I want to get to 30 just to see what the 30th level skill level armor looks like, right? Steel armor. But last week I've been like, what's the point? Like this is a pain in the butt, and by the time I get it up, I'm not gonna have it anymore. They're gonna, you know, shut down the server. And I knew it. Like I was saying, like I'm gonna get this skill. Because I was trying. There was two skills I was trying to work on before early access left. My skinning, get it to 20, and which is at 16 now, and then my armor, heavy armor skill, which is at 28 and a half. So now I'm like, do I wanna? But I probably will get it just to see what it looks like because you know I haven't seen the new changes. Now the other thing I'm hoping for, someone else mentioned that there, when you look at the developer screenshots, that they are about 2 versions ahead of us in compared to what is in early access and what they're showing their version is. So hopefully that means there's a lot of little content that we don't know about that's gonna be like, bam, release day. We have this, this, and this. It may not be major stuff. It'll be minor stuff probably. But I mean, like prime example, when they released the last verse, right? The line S1, verse 4, they didn't mention anything about your guild emblems being on the shields. They said nothing about it. I don't even think they really talked about it other than that early access video that they first came out showing that one guy in a video that had his crest on his shield. But I don't remember them really talking about that it was coming soon. I think they might have mentioned they wanted to do it, but that's just like a little sneaky thing they slid in, you know what I'm saying, for verse 4. It wasn't like a big thing, but for some people like me, it's awesome because some people might not want to wear the tunic to show who they are. They just don't like the tunic to cover up their armor. But if they're using a shield, now we can bam, get on your shield. But so like I said, they're technically like 1 or 2 verses ahead of us on content, or not verses, sorry, versions. 1 or 2 versions ahead of us. So what does that mean? Is we're gonna get placeables, or we're gonna get hopefully all the old armor skins back?